So, welcome here to this energy work, this opening with the soul pearls, the pearls of the soul. This is the first lesson in 5 lessons with the pearl of love. And we are entering through the entrance. That's your intention. So, by your intention, you choose to be here. And you actually could say that you already chose by being here. But to be especially aware and sense how you allow your presence here, allow your entrance through your choice, through your intention, that's a good idea. And I open for the held field. The held field will ensure that even though we are gathering here as a group, the ones who's present here and the ones who will join us with the replay version, and this presence ensure that we will have an enhanced experience. The gathering, the mutuality, and the enhanced energy through the held field and the new era field of consciousness. Opening in the gathering for the gathered earth people. The held field ensure that even though we are in this mutual presence, we will be met individually as well. So whatever you can receive here, whatever you are called to exchange here, will be presence for you. And that's happening beyond each and every one of us. It's through the field, it's through the connection. So we will open an enhanced connection in the held field, an enhanced connection prepared for us for this energy work with the soul pearl of love. There will be some words, but the primarily experience goes through the energy. And no matter what your experience will be, what you are here to exchange will be exchanged. So allow yourself to be in the joy of the experience, the adventure. Try to allow the work to be afterwards. Allow it to be something you will work upon and investigate afterwards. But as we are here, allow it to be adventurous, but also a joyful experience of receiving. The held field that ensures that we have this our own experience with the enhanced connection opens through the connection that we are given in our birth, or actually in the birth of the soul, where our eternal soul that is love connects in our DNA microarchive, the energy field surrounding the DNA molecule, carries the inheritance. And in this inheritance, the eternal soul that is love connects and ensure the presence of love, ensure the presence of consciousness that is love. In this creature that we are, we have a history, a 10,000 years of history where we have diminished this connection and still created an existence and an intelligence that's similar to the intelligence created through the connection with the eternal soul that is love. the first consciousness that is love, and the mutual connection, the mutual collective consciousness that we will be with this connection. We have created a similarity, but without the love. And we can see this in our existence. We can see this in the world we have created, where the need for love is so overwhelmingly existing. And the ability to create a reality we have created without the love, and where the survival have been the driving forces, even the higher creations, where we have created the civilizations. That is unique for our society here on Earth. In the rest of the universe, when the consciousness develop, it develop a consciousness that mirrors love. So in every other part of the universe, the consciousness is carried in love. No other places in the universe you will find a developed consciousness without consciousness. So we have kind of created an empty consciousness, an emptiness for love, but with a strength that can carry all the versions of love present in the rest of the universe. So we have kind of created a universal vessel, a universal carrier for love. And this time where we are here, where the new era breaks its waves in our consciousness, the ability to be this carrier is born in each and every one of us. And this opening here and the teachings that will come, where every time in these small teachings with 5 lessons, the first one will be free. We will go through this evolution together here and open the enhancement of the presence of the possibility, the availability. We will do it together here, and we will hold it for the mutual field for Earth people as well. So as this connection opens within you, in your DNA memory field, an ignition of the recognition through the held field and the connection we are opening here, your connection is a part of the gathered Earth people in the mutual field, the collective field, ignites as well. To some, you will sense it. It will open in your knowingness, and to some, this will be distant, perhaps not even recognizable in your system. But if you are here, allow it to be an adventure and see what it will bring you. But your experience is your truth. It's really important in these times, in this opening in the new era, that we are following together our own reference lines. Our reference lines create the support lines for the new flow and for the shift into believing and releasing the timelines and opening in through the fate lines instead. The accessibility and the support lines into the fate lines abilities go through our own recognitions. If tensions appear, use your breath. Create a couple of sighs and use your body's availability to shift into another consciousness state naturally. And accessibility used by all creatures, are a lot of creatures. The connection opens through what you would call affection, aligned affection, affection aligned with your ability to choose love. Even though we, as we talked about, is present in a reality, in a civilization, carried in the lack of love. We open to the part of us, the knowingness through the connection to the eternal soul that is love, that can directly carry in the love recognition. Allow it to be an experience that you don't need to understand or recognize immediately, as it slowly opens here. The recognition. Just checking in here. We need the recognition before we can choose through our free will. The name of the first lesson here is the love and free will. And it has several layers of wisdom that we will enter here. One of the layers is the knowingness and the recognition of love, and to be allowed to recognize love beyond frames, beyond the mutual understanding, to allow the recognition of love to be an experience, a resonance beyond language, beyond words. And to some, this resonance will ignite here. And no matter if you are experiencing this or not, it will be as it should be. Your sensitivity, your accessibility, your system will be ignited now with this frequency of recognition, the resonance, intelligence from within. So in the first layer of the law of the free will, opening the first layer of the soul pearl from within of love, the soul pearl of love from within, is the allowance for you to recognize through your resonance, recognize love beyond language as an experience. And at the same time, the second part, the second layer of the multi-dimensional experience here is the allowance, the right to not recognizing, but somehow, in some words, in some perspective, should be love. And without any words, any descriptions, without any understandings of why you will not recognize through the resonance, you will not recognize something as love. It's your freedom both to recognize and not to recognize love. This liberation goes beyond understanding and opens from within in your DNA memory system, where so much is layered, embedded, predetermined about what should be love and what shouldn't. As this is liberated, released, the inner carriage that only can open through peace and connection from the eternal soul that is love, opening the pearl of love for the soul, ignites. Embrace of uniting this existence, this being here as humans in this reality, connected with the eternal soul that is love, and through the eternity to the first consciousness that is love. The recognition beyond, the recognition beyond understanding, beyond comprehension, opens directly within the recognition, the inner reference. Unfolds, ignites, simple, uncomplicated, and interrelated to being soul content. Some might experience reactions in the nervous system. It is signs of healing. Natural healing from within in your own system. A healing that not only will be expressed here in this moment, in this presence, it will be an experience, an activations of several activations of healing capacity in your nervous system that's naturally should be, where the lack of love have created a resistance from within that have closed down a lot of these capacities in your nervous system. And as we are going through the direct connection, this closed down parts of your system will reignite. And some will sense it as a kind of stress reaction in the system. If it's so, it's a sign of healing, and know that as it comes, it will go. Don't use your presence, your consciousness to investigate it. Don't use your capacity to study it. It's not worth it. It's much better to use your capacity and your presence to be in the experience here. As it evolves directly from within. The third layer of the free will of love is the love freedom to not judge. And this is really a primary point, because you will never be able to judge through love. You will be able to somehow, in some part, in your way, reflect, understand something, but you will never be able to completely contain another person's existence or reality. And in love, you will know this. In love, you are expecting that everybody will have their own reality, their own existence. And we can mirror that, we can communicate that, we can hold that for each other. But we will know that the mirror of love that we are containing only will be completely mirroring ourselves. We will know that by the mirroring with each other, we can enhance love. And when we are allowing ourselves to enhance love through the experience of the mirroring of each other, that is the usage of the free will of love. The capacity, the strength with this opens as well through your connection and the activation of the soul pearl of love in your system. A state of consciousness so natural and so not primarily existing here. So not primarily existed here. So because of this, the space the soul pearl opens in is completely pristine, untouched, with no resistance. And in all the part of you that cannot contain the soul pearl of love with the judgment, carries this need for love. Creating a gravity for the deliverance of the soul pearl of love from within. A support for the transmission. As the soul pearl of love carries in the consistence, the continuum of consciousness, it enhances your conscious consciousness and the mutual consciousness, the collective consciousness at the same time. This enhancement carries a strength where the older parts, the parts we have created that so strangely carries this lack of love with such a developed version. That version is not supported through the mutual field, and it's not supported through the connected and collected field. It is supported by smaller fields that carries a lack and a really weak version of support. So when the soul of love ignites the soul pearl of love from within through the connection and opens the carriage of the knowingness, the recognition, the free will of love, then whatever is from before lacking of love and created, there will be supporting the growth, the birth of the conscious consciousness, this carriage. And the possibility for choosing love, choosing not judgment, choosing to recognize and not recognizing love in your own version, accepting that other people might recognize the love where you are not recognizing, and they might not recognizing where you are recognizing love through their free will. And open to the love of the the love of the diversity of the carriage of love and the recognition of love. That we will, each and every one of us, carry the significance of love differently. Being the manifestation, the foundation of the first consciousness that is love in our reality. And as we are open to the possibility of the true mutuality in the gathered field of Earth people's conscious consciousness, our personal specific version, each and every one of us will be diverse and will support each other, being mirrors to each other, being the creator force for each other. Creating the 13th dimensional field where we will support each other. So your version will support every person in the field of Earth version of being love, and every person of this earth, their version of being love will support your version of being love to manifest. And the more diversity, the more difference, the more ignition of driving forces of the love will be present. So the next level of the free will of love is carried in the containment, the embracement of the diversity of love. The liberty that comes here is the liberty of being supported and the liberty of being completely perfect in being non-perfect. Being completely incomplete perfectly. and being supported by the completeness that opens in our mutuality, in our collaboration. And the collaboration is in the level where the consciousness can carry itself in love, and the pearl, the soul pearl of love, exists in the level where it can be carried, where it can be contained. And then in the free will of love, we are also carrying the non-embracement. And in the non-embracement, we will reach the part of us that's not ready yet to be love. And that part of us will be embraced as well, of the part of the mutual field that others can carry, where they can contain, they can embrace the part of love that you can't yet. So we will hold for each other with each other's strength of love and be in the free will allowed to carry the pearl, the soul pearl of love in our completeness when we can, and not carrying it when we can't. Being so supported, and the more difficulties we have with carrying the soul pearl of love, the more support we will gain. As a natural, nearly physical non-polarization version that opens in the 13th dimensional field of consciousness. Without understanding, open through your connection and your resonance from within. Your connection and your reflection, your recognition of the theme. And this will be an access. This will be the entrance for something that will grow, that will develop in each and every one of us and in our togetherness. And in the first part of the year 2026, it will be ignited. The soul pearls will be ignited here on our earth. Our system, our incarnational system, our incarnational program is present or active in 8 earths, 8 different planetary systems. In some of the other earths, there are more planets where they are living. In our system, we are only living in one planet until now, but we will call them the 8 earths, because in the system where there are more planets where they will exist, where they will live, they are still connected, and it's the same kind of ways they are developing. And the connections between the 8 earths and the mutual consciousness for the 8 earths and the accessibility for this opened in 2025. So it's now accessible. But we will open the pearls in the beginning of 2026 here in our community, if you could say. And then later on, we will open to the gathered consciousness of all earth people. And even if you are participating in this 3 years from now or later on, it will still support you well. Because even though this is opening in the ignition point, this is opening in the break of the wave, it will be happening in years to come. Different waves will come, and different evolutionary areas of consciousness and the consciousness system will develop through time. And as this is something primary, this is something eternal, it will be relevant for a long time. As well as it will be relevant to reuse the replay as well. It's recommended for your experience and a lot of different, with a lot of different reasons. And most of the reasons will show themselves when you are reusing the replay. Allow it to be a mystery, allow it to be adventurous as well. The energy becomes soft, mild, balancing, opening our energy system, the new era energy 13-dimensional system, and activate it in your version here and your version in the mutual field, and in the support where everybody support each other. There will be this anchoring, this security of ongoing stabilization and evolution in our together existence here. And everybody is in it. So what is the difference to be here? I could say, tell me, what is the difference? I have, as a channel and the energy worker, my own experience as well as a participant, and have participated in these openings, these supports with the 13-dimensional system and the system of the embodying of the eternal soul that is love and the connection created. And my experience is that the part of me that can be soul content and the knowingness being recognizing, understanding things that I can't explain, but really, really supporting my experience of being here. So a lot of people searching and resonate with these kind of energy works and teachings or channelings, or what you will call it, meetings in the mind and the consciousness. They have a kind of knowingness that something is going on. Maybe they have an idea of it, and they're searching for their ability to deliver something, to be a part of something. And they are restless, have perhaps a sense of a timing that they are on a quest, and there's something they need to do in a certain time, and sometimes they know about it, sometimes they don't. This kind of work gives a sense of being where you are delivering what you are here for, and a connection and a reconnection to what supports you from there, whatever there is. And an experience of being together again, not possible actually to describe it or to tell anybody about it unless they have the same resonance with the experience. But a sense of being here, delivering, doing something that's important. And even though perhaps afterwards you'll think this is crazy, I don't know, maybe it was just, imagined. And if it's so, and it still brings you into a better space, a better place, wouldn't that be okay as well? To allow us to have these experiences and not be sure. It's important to have our doubt, healthy doubt about everything, even though you might have really strong, enhanced experiences with this connection and knowingness. We have a part of us that's never really there at the same time. And it's important that we are everything here. As with the soul pearl of love, that there's a part of us that embraces it, that contains it, and then there's a part of us that don't. And it's important that both receives support and acknowledgement and recognition, acceptance, creating, emerging a non-polarized version from within. So in an experience as this as well, to allow yourself to be in the experience with your healthy doubt. It's important as well. And maybe you have found the comment area here. It's 2 squares above each other, one above the other. And in there you can write where it says send a message. And I will not use your names because I will allow this to be a space where we can see each other's names when we are here. And we will save it for reusage, also with the energy. But you're allowed to be here, and then afterwards, when others will enter to the reusage, the replays, you're allowed to not be recognized. It's important as well. So I will read your sharings and your questions if you have any, and then try to answer to them as good as I can. And we already have some here. Thank you for this opportunity to access for free. Thank you so much for joining in and using the possibility and giving it value by being here. Thank you so much for your presence and your choice. Is the replay accessible using the same link? No, sorry. The system can't do that. It's so easy when you can that. But we will send out for the through the mail you used when you joined. We will send out a link for the replay, and we will put the replay link in the group as well. And perhaps I will actually put the lesson out directly on my English YouTube channel, The Voice of Consciousness. And share it here and there. As this lesson, the first lesson is free, okay, you will also find a link. We will also send the link for your possibility to join in the rest of the teachings for this pearl. And that comes with exchange with the €49 for the English version. You will find the entrance, the link for joining in the mail with the replay and in the group as well. Thank you for asking that question. Is the reason why this is so intense in a short time? So I have to ask, the meaning of this is that it comes within a short time, or is it the energy that's intense? And then I can answer actually both questions. So the reason why it comes within such a short time, the time from I got the message, the guidance to do this teaching, and that we are here, is it's actually due to my personal process. That in my personal process, I have this huge shift from 2025 to 2026 with all my work. And I have been with a little reactions to some of this. So I have been a little bit difficult actually in my communication with the collaboration with the group of consciousness that's delivering this. I have been in a lot of process, a lot of inner work about choosing this, because by choosing this teaching, I'm also choosing that there's a huge part of my energy work that I can't do anymore. There's a huge part of the work that I could choose before that I accept not doing anymore, to be able to carry this connection. So I was a little bit late on agreeing completely. So this is a part of it. And why it's so intense in the energy, if you sense this, it's because I work with the new era field of consciousness, been doing this since 2012 and full time since December 2013. And the energy is always intense, but the field we are using, we're working with now, it's not only the new era field of consciousness created by the part of us that's new era like, created by actually a usage of technology, and the newborn version still only contains the love part, or the love that is balance, that is love. So this has been used in this shift for our consciousness that's happening now. I've been a part of that work, and what the new is that the reflection of all people into the newer field of consciousness. In 2012, there was an opening in what you could call 5-dimensional opening, or intention began to extend into our subconsciousness. So our positive intentions began to process and activate our subconsciousness in a way it didn't do before. And since 2020, a process has been wavering about the 70 opening that's here now, and the 7D actually opened directly into 13 dimensional access. Wasn't expected. And that created the mutual field of Earth people in the new era field version. So the new work I do, this teaching, by instance, this energy work, this energy exchange, goes through the mutual field of Earth people's energy field, carried in the new era field. That creates an enhancement of the energy in some way, but also kind of a milder version, you could say so. Magic title. Hope the answers make sense to you. Otherwise, please tell me. Are the pearls that are open to here available for everyone on Earth, even if they haven't participated in these energy works? Thank you so much for that important question as well. Yes. We are working in something that's happening. And when we are working in something that happens and happening already for everybody in this enhanced version, we are sharing. And we are sharing what we are creating here. We are sharing it where we are mutual, where we are in the collaborated field of Earth consciousness, all people, and that exists where we can share. So where we can share in togetherness, where we can share and not judge, the part of us, the version of us that can do that, that's where we are exchanging. That's where the mutual field of Earth people, the gathered field of Earth people, that's where it exists. In the separation, that's the old version, that's the old era field. And we are carrying both right now, all of us. So when we are not recognizing ourselves in each other, when we are judging each other, then we are expressing the old era separated version, where we have non-mutuality, and instead of mutuality, we have diversity through polarization. In the mutuality, we have diversity through the support, where our diversity will be enhanced by the support. And it's kind of upside down that actually in the separation, when we are divided instead of united, we will be less expressed as with our diversity, with our uniqueness. We will be more expressed similar when we are in a separated version than when we are gathered, when we are mutual, when we are united. Thank you for the question. Does it resonate? Please tell me if it don't. And also please tell me if it does. And thank you. Sit here. And thank you for the questions. It brings in life to the lessons. And this is the first soul pearl, and we will have more soul pearls. And the first soul pearls are for our earth, and the soul pearls later on will be for the gathered earths. Breathe. Soft, deep, as we are landing in this held field, this held enhanced field, brings in the massage and the relaxation, the fulfillment. And the answer here, yes, thank you. That's beautiful and makes sense that we are more diverse in unity. It's kind of a funny thing, but makes sense. Thank you so much for your sharing. Yeah, it's like when we are unity, when we are united, we allow the diversity, and then it will be supported. When we are separated, we judge, and the judgment have no allowance, allows nothing. It tells you what you don't and what you won't, the judgment. And then you find yourself through the mirroring into that, mirroring into nothingness and into non-consciousness, the no consciousness. Could you, like a joke, call it knownness? It's not a word, I know it. So we have created a knownness, and we are turning that upside down now. And the opposite of knownness is creation, existence, and diversity, capacity. Slowly, slowly landing here. And hope you will share this everywhere with everyone with whom you might imagine would benefit of this. Enhance for each and every one of us. And knowing that if someone comes by and it doesn't resonate, then that's also true. Then that's also as it is. Perfect as well. And there will be other ways. It's really important. There's a lot of ways. And the kind of opening here supports many who have this sensibility and this searching, this experience of something more. And there's something I need to be doing, delivering here. This is on YouTube too, so it can be shared. I will put it there, both in the English channel and in the Danish as well. It will probably appear tomorrow or something like that. And for the Danish participants, the possibility to join where you are signing up and with payment in Danish, it starts tomorrow. If you're not ready there, if you see this, find this later on, it will be in replay as well. And the first of the second lesson of the English version is in 2 days, the 12th of January. And the lesson will be all and everything to enhance love through exchange, will be the theme of that lesson. Yeah. But it's like everything is contained in this first one. So no matter what, we are here as one. Thank you. This is wonderful. I feel like celebrating. Me too. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for what we exchange here. Thank you for this creation. See you here and there. And look out for the next first lessons when they appear. Free for everyone as well.